Hello, my name is Holly Hankin and I'm a board-certified music therapist. Today I'd like to talk to you about a tool I created called the musical wheel. This is a musical wheel here. As you can see, it is created from a turntable made of bamboo, and I painted colorful wedges all along the side and coated it with a clear coat so that way it would not become damaged over time or chip. And I also incorporated Velcro squares on the front so that way the wheel can be individualized for each client and each session. And also it can be changed based on the goal areas of each client. So the idea is with the red arrow, when you spin it, the thing that it lands on is the one that the group or the individual will say out loud, like heart, or perform some kind of action. So today I'd like to talk to you about 5 ways that you can incorporate the musical wheel into music therapy practice. My first idea is called Dance Party. So with Dance Party, you would put various dance moves around the wheel on each wedge on the wheel, and when the wheel landed on that dance move, everybody in the group would get to perform it. What I like to do, instead of putting a visual representation of a dance move, is actually put a picture of an animal. This tends to be a really big favorite of a lot of children that I've worked with, and the animal represents a different dance move, each one. So for example, if the wheel landed on a frog, this is what we would do. Sometimes I like to jump like a little frog, jump like a little frog, jump like a little frog. Sometimes I like to jump like a little frog, 'cause jumping like a frog is fun to do. And then say, maybe the wheel landed on an elephant next, and you can sing. Sometimes I like to stomp like an elephant, stomp like an elephant, stomp like an elephant. Sometimes I like to stomp like an elephant, 'cause stomping like an elephant is fun to do. And keep going until you finish all the animals on the wheel, and you can prompt children to take turns spinning as well. This can work on gross motor skills, impulse control, social skills like waiting and taking turns, and so many other things. It's a really great game and a great tool to use to address goals with children. My second idea is greeting a friend. So this can be used during a hello activity at the beginning of a session. You would put pictures of each group member around the wheel, or their names if you're working on reading skills. And when the wheel lands on a name or on a picture, the child that spun the wheel would say hello to that individual, and then that picture would be removed so everybody can have a turn in the group. This can be made more advanced if the children in the group are prompted to say hello and also a compliment to that group member. This can promote social interaction among peers and communication. So it's a really valuable tool to use. Number 3 is an activity called freeze. So in this activity, for kids, sometimes just spinning the wheel is a really fun activity. So maybe incorporate a song that you compose or piggyback as a spinning song that says stop. So that way children can practice spinning the wheel, and then when the song says stop, stop the wheel immediately. If you don't want to compose or piggyback a song, there's a song called Greg and Steve's Freeze Dance that can be used for this purpose. So basically, when the song says stop, children can practice stopping, and that could work on impulse control. Also, if you want to work on gross motor control, yoga poses could be used during this activity as well. Children could dance, and then when the wheel lands on a yoga pose, the children could freeze in that yoga pose until the music starts up again. So again, this can work on gross motor skills and impulse control, and a lot of other things too, like social skills. A lot of socialization will go on in the group during this activity. Number 4 is guessing game. So during this activity, one child will spin the wheel while the other children close their eyes so they can't see what is being spun. When the child who's spinning gets a selection on the wheel, they cover it up so nobody can see, and then the other members of the group get to take turns asking yes or no questions to try and figure out what the wheel landed on. This can work on expressive and receptive communication skills, and ideas for putting, like what to put on the wheel. You could put visual representations of certain songs, so that way when the group guesses the song, they can all sing it together. Also, you could put pictures of different instruments, and then when the group guesses it, they all get to take a turn playing that instrument, like a piano, the guitar, a drum, whatever you want to put on the wheel. So this is really great communication activity for peers. And last, I'd like to talk about number 5, which is an activity called Name That Emotion. So in this activity, you would have various emotions on the wheel represented with pictures of faces. I have some examples here. Sometimes I like to use cartoon pictures like this. I'll show you here, sleepy and happy. And sometimes I like to use real photos of children like this for generalization of skills. So each time the wheel lands on an emotion, the child can be prompted to verbally identify that emotion. Also, they can be prompted to improvise with voice or on an instrument about what that emotion sounds like to them in their imagination. This can work on emotion recognition and expression. So this is a really great tool to use in any session. I hope that you enjoyed these 5 ideas for play with the musical wheel.